like all these bulges.
Yeah.
It's always this thing with bulges where you're like, that's mostly ball. It's mostly ball. This idea that like, wow, that dick is a huge mound. It's like,
No,
it's
it's
mostly
ball.
ball. 80% ball.
I've never thought about that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a purposeful illusion. I mean, listen,
Yeah.
women have push-up bras. We have
Balls.
Balls.
Padded balls.
Padded balls.
Hello, you guys, and welcome back to Friend Crush Podcast. I am your host, Yvette Segan, as usual, and today we have an incredible friend crush for you, one of my comedy idols. His name is Gianmarco Soresi. He is such a tour de force. He is so unbelievable. Like, he's probably one of the funniest people ever. He's also like extremely regimented, and so we talked a little bit about his process. We also talked about acting school and how much it's insane. We talked about, like his girlfriend and how he loves her. We talked about how, you used to get canceled in 2012 and you no longer do. So it was a cool podcast. I was really glad to have him on, and it's a really good one to listen to if you are sort of interested in the arts and the business side of things. I think we definitely focused on that because I also had a lot of questions for him personally about that stuff. He's just such an experienced comedian and such an interesting person, and yeah, he's really cynical and funny, and I really respect him, so I'm glad he came on today. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the episode, and let's get into it. Okay, also, I'm going on tour in the fall, and I'm super excited, and I have a few cities lined up right now, so they're going to be announced really, really soon. And to be the first ones to know if I'm coming to your city or not, sign up for my mailing list, which is on YvetteSegan.com, my website, and I will be posting my show dates on there as well. So please keep refreshing and looking at that. And if you want me to come to your city, the only way to do that and the only way for me to know where to go is if you sign up for my mailing list. So I'll also be, of course, announcing my dates on social media, but that's the best way to see me. And it's going to be a blast. I'm going to bring my guy friends. So I'll see you guys there. Are you like really regimented in every part of your life?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my girlfriend, I think we've both influenced each other.
Why? How does that mean?
Like, I think she like will always be like, I just want a Sunday to just have it evolve however it does. We do this, we do that, we walk there, we don't make plans.
Yeah.
And I think like on the other end of it, like I would hope that like some of my more like disciplined things she enjoys, and we both she makes me more fun, I make her more disciplined, and it feeds in.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cute how much you talk about your girlfriend.
Do other guys not?
No.
Yeah.
Not the way that you do.
Yeah, I wonder why. I don't know if it's maybe my girlfriend, we spend so much time together, or our lives are.
Do you guys feel like you have like sort of like a business relationship too because you're in the same industry?
Mm-hmm. Well, she's my manager now.
She's your manager now?
Recently, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fuck your way to the top.
Yeah. 5 years of fucking, and that's the reward.
Finally it paid off.
Mm-hmm.
You just go, finally.
Yeah. Orgasm number 100, and it was like, great.
Okay, now I'll sign you.
Yeah. No, I think like in the beginning, she was definitely like a more established in the comedy world. We met COVID.
Okay.
In the beginning, of course, there was like a fantasy of, oh my God, you always think that a rep is going to bring you to a certain place.
Oh yeah.
Especially pre like the social media just being like not even an element.
Yeah.
It was an element, but now it's like that's kind of it.
Yeah.
So and then by the time like we were like more involved, it was like, I don't know, it's so complicated.
Mm-hmm.
It's so brutal. And it was like a long of feeling in a place where it made sense. And then the opportunity came up, and it felt right.
Wait, so how long have you guys been? How long has she been your manager for?
I think like 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
But she's always been involved. She's an executive producer on my special.
Okay.
We made sketches during COVID together. She started like in comedy. She did a little bit of stand up, and like Alti. She grew up with stand up.
Yeah.
And it was so funny. She said Napoleon Emile, a great comic, said she quit too soon.
Really?
And she really liked that. So she doesn't want the limelight in the same way, but she's very creative and very smart and very funny. Great taste.
Yeah,
So
she
she's
is.
always been like I call her my muse. I think that's like it's romantic, but I think it's also accurate.
Yeah.
Muse, overseer, advisor,
Do you write a lot of material about her?
a lot. And we, it's navigating. I think it would be hard for me to date someone who was like, please don't ever.
Oh my God, yeah.
We had our own rules, and they were like certain things, like generally no jokes about her business. Like
Okay.
she's like, I'm a business person and I have respectability, and she lets me say, I mean, talking about sex, she there's a lot of room. But I
Yeah.
once said like there'd be a joke if I tell my friends my girlfriend's a manager, so don't fuck with me because she'll sign you and you'll never work again. And she was, and it's clearly a quip, but she was like,
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
When we did couples counseling, in the beginning, it was very much, I had a couple jokes, and she was like, I don't want to feel like we're going to couples counseling and you're thinking of material.
Mm.
And I didn't tell her at the time. I said, well, there's no way that's ever going to happen. I'm always going to be thinking of material.
Oh, yeah.
But sure, I won't say it.
Yeah.
Or sure, I'll write it in a Word document, and then when you feel comfortable.
Yeah, we'll do it.
But then eventually that was fine. And I think kind of the general rule-ish is like, if there's something that is currently a serious conflict between us,
Yeah.
she would appreciate it if I didn't
Like immediately
use
turn
the
that
bully
around.
the bully pulpit of stand-up comedy to like
Right.
share why I'm correct. And I get that. What are you in a relationship, dating?
No.
Is it
No.
like, are you just like, whatever happens on the date, I'm talking about it, no holds barred?
I have been burned a few times, so now
Really?
I don't as much, but I kind of miss it.
My mom, who I say terrible things about on
Sure.
stage, the one that always upset her, like I used her maiden name, which no one even knows her by. And the joke was that she's like, you should talk to this guy I dated in high school, is now an agent. And the joke was like, she gave him a hand job in high school.
Yeah.
And she said to me, I felt like you were calling me a slut. And I was like, for giving a hand job in high school? But that was her thing. That was her thing.
Yeah. So what did you do? Did you take
No,
the joke
she didn't like that I used her maiden name, which she's never used. She had my dad's last name and then my stepfather's last name and still uses that.
Right.
So I was kind of like, I was shocked that there was anything tied to that, but it was the combo of those two things.
Yeah.
It's weird because I don't think, and for her, I bet you it ties to like her parents, because she doesn't mind me talking about any sex stuff. I talk about her sex life more than I should. But you never know what people's
sensitivities
are.
And I try to be sympathetic to that, but also, do you have trouble like sort of understanding other people's perspective on that because you're so open?
Yeah, I think my family's like very either detached or doesn't care, and I'm lucky.
Yeah.
I remember I feel like Maria Bamford, in an interview years ago, said something like her sister didn't want her talking about her anymore.
Yeah.
And that'd be really tough. I have enough siblings that I'll be like, fine, I'll make it the other sibling. I don't give a shit.
Right.
And I never say their names.
Yeah, exactly. I
Except
mean, I think
Katie.
Except for the ones where I do, but.
So I think like I got a lot of leeway.
Yeah.
Mixed in with like I had a dad who was so fucked up that it's like he doesn't even pay attention, and my reward is I get to talk whatever I want.
Yeah.
I think I have a better sense. Podcasting has taught me a lot. That's more where you're talking to someone and sometimes you're like, can I ask this question? Can I ask that? And sometimes they will answer, and then later they'll say, can you cut that out? And it's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
So I think I do have a meter for it. I'm always trying to push it slightly,
Right.
as is the want of my profession.
Right.
And sometimes you go too far, but I think I'm okay. You feel like you're.
I get the yips a little bit sometimes. Like, I think I'm trying to get it back now, but like, yeah, just like, and it's not like a lot of people that have had issues with stuff, but it's like when people do have issues with it, then they get like really. Then I'm just like, I like the paragraph text, and I'm like, bro.
But think about like the awesome responsibility we have, where it's like we put a thing up and it gets seen by a lot of people, and then when it goes viral, you're like, my God,
Yeah.
the number of people who has seen this. I saw a show recently that was like so god awful, and I love to like just tell the tale of a terrible show. and all the things that were terrible and why it was terrible.
Yeah.
And I can't. It's
Yeah.
too close, it's too connected, and it almost makes me want to like not engage in entertainment that's close to my sphere.
Right, because
And
like then you can't, there's like something that's on your mind that you can't say.
yeah.
Yes.
And I always had a dream, like, if a world where it didn't hurt anyone's feelings somehow, if I could, like, review high school musicals, like, go and see, or middle school musicals, and just, like, tear into why it was awful.
That's so
Or,
funny.
there's just so many things. And of course, that's cruel.
It's so
But if there was a
cruel.
world where, like, no one ever felt it or saw it, that was involved, that had no connections, there's something very funny about just going to a shitty event and talking shit about it. That's my favorite thing to do.
Do you like talking shit?
Oh, I love complaining. I like talking shit, but especially about art, especially about like a movie or a TV show. I would do, talking about pilots, the pilot episodes of things,
Ooh.
because they're just so clunky.
Oh my God, every time, yeah.
Yeah, and there's so much to be like, oh my God, this person, this character, the way they did this, the way they closed it. But the price of success,
I know, because like everyone sees it. You can't just like,
no, you can't.
yeah. Have you ever said something that like really landed wrong?
Oh yeah, I've got in trouble for jokes, for sure.
Yeah.
Thank God I wasn't more online, like, right smack in 2020. That was when it was like
Oh, when everyone
some
was like,
wild.
people-
Luckily, I wasn't really on social media in 2000. Like, a lot of those old tweets, it felt like it was around 2011, 2012, 13, where there was just like, I think there was a real edgelord world of comedy. And I went to a very progressive, I think today people would call it woke, but this was I went to high school in 2004 to 2007. And it was like, I was taught to be very careful about a lot of things that I don't think other people grew up with.
yeah.
Which, anytime someone's from a progressive, especially high school, you have to be like, not everyone went to a high school where they had Martin Luther King Jr. week. Not everyone went to a high school where they did an election, a mock election, and one person in the whole high school voted Republican. Like, I come from a very specific world.
Yeah.
And that saved me from having the most embarrassing tweets I had from like 2013, 14 were trying to get people to go to my Fringe Festival show.
Oh.
And I wish I would have rather had some slurs up there than that.
Why were you saying those?
I mean, it's just pathetic. Please come see me.
Hey guys.
Tickets are moving fast, but every day they're still available.
Just a few left. Again.
So thankfully. So I know a lot of people who still, whether it's podcasts or online, feel like they have a PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, of the way people got in trouble in 2020. And I'm like, that doesn't really happen anymore.
Yeah.
For you can get in trouble, you can get dragged. No, one person was fired from SNL in a very singular way at the peak of it. Just because you're on SNL doesn't mean you can't do my podcast. You can also do my podcast and not do an Asian accent. Like, you can do a lot of things to mitigate getting in trouble. But I think I know some people who I think comedically stifle themselves because they have a fear of the internet. And who can blame them?
I have that fear a little bit. The stuff that I do on stage is way more edgy. Because I think you also get, it is a different medium and you get like a different benefit of the doubt on stage. But I definitely want to start closing that gap a little bit more. But that's also why I like talk so much about like dating and stuff, because first of all, it's like, it is fun and I do really enjoy talking about it. But also like, there are other things I'm interested in. I just like, they're a little bit more like takes. Like they're a little bit more.
You got some accents you've been fine-tuning.
Yeah, I've been just doing them. I've been,
Thank God I can't do accents, frankly. So I think of the outside world, when it comes to comedy, a lot of people don't understand. Sometimes people make an offensive joke because they're not skilled enough to make a better version of the joke.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, if I could do a great impressions, I'm sure there would have been some problematic ones.
Sure.
I never could. That doesn't mean I'm a better person.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, so one thing I did want to ask you about, so you're also like so prolific.
That's very kind.
Yeah. You're like kind of an animal.
Sure.
Do you identify that way?
I'll take that over prolific.
Okay.
I'm an animal.
You are an animal. You're like so crazy focused and you do everything and you are everything and like.
To a certain degree. I mean, I have yet to write a fucking movie script.
Oh, really?
I'm obsessive. And I'm
Okay.
obsessive about like stand-up. I think stand-up tapped into, I can write, but be ADHD about the writing.
Yeah.
I have, and it's honestly, it's out of control. I have, multiple Word documents. And if this bit gets stuck, I move over here, move to this. Any
Yeah.
thought I have. And I really, the way people describe like a flow state, playing video games, whatever, like whatever it is, I get to hop around. I get the little ooh when a joke it kind of fits. I need constant feedback.
Yes.
So like when I do stand up, it's like, oh wow, I get that. I get the high from stand up. Super. My girlfriend said, I wish I could make you feel as good as a good set does.
Yeah, but that's impossible.
Impossible.
That's
of
also why
course.
I'm not dating, because like literally every time I'm like, oh, I could go on this date, or I could literally do an open mic would be better than the date.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm like, well, then at least I'm doing something and I get that feeling and like.
I think COVID is part of the reason that like I was able to enter a relationship, because I before COVID, I mean, I was really at the every night.
Yeah.
I like tried dating apps at one point, and it was like, hey, I can meet between my Grizzly Pear spot and my comedy shop spot, and
Right.
the woman would then, vanish.
Wait, so okay, but how do you feel like is it hard to like balance like having life experience to talk about and like the work part?
Yeah, for sure. I think like honestly, one of the hardest things is how much of my life is spent traveling, and how usually mundane it is. And also just like if you do have an airplane joke or any kind of travel joke, it's like it's got to feel a little new. I mean,
Right.
that's why you can tell when like comics are doing too much airplane material, where you're like that's just, unfortunately, that's all you've been able
To do.
to do.
Yeah.
And a lot of this has been covered.
You can tell when a comic has like really made it when they're like doing more airplane jokes.
Mhm. And listen, I have some airplane jokes that I'll defend to my death.
Yeah, I'm sure they're
We
great.
all have to travel. It's a universal experience. But I think like when I was in Europe, like I really, I worked hard and I tried living hard. I
Yeah.
tried like, I'm in Berlin for one night.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna go to the Kit Kat Club.
You went?
I went.
How was it?
It was only not that much fun because I was alone.
You didn't go Tova?
No, she wasn't on that part of the trip.
Damn.
And I don't know, like, I'm not a club guy.
Okay.
So at a certain point I was like, yeah, I'm in a harness and whatever, but this is a club.
So you like went and you like bought a harness. Then you, like,
I bought a harness. I went into the
Let's fucking
store.
go.
The guy definitely touched me a lot
Okay.
as I
good.
was trying on the harness.
Okay.
I kept asking him, like, where does this go? Where does this go? And he was like,
And he was
and
like,
the
let me
balls,
just-
if this is my balls, the balls go here. And he kept tapping my, and I was like, yeah, I
Tapping your
got
balls.
it. Kept lightly tapping my
Just
balls.
lightly.
Again, but again and again. And I was like, yeah, no, it's the shoulder part that I'm struggling with. And, whatever. And, but then I go and it's a Thursday night, I think. So it's pretty
Okay.
light.
Oh.
I'm just there to watch some people engage in something.
Yeah.
I'm there on an anthropological
Yeah.
mission.
Like maybe I'll see a blowjob.
Yeah. Even if I was single, this is not even where something would occur. I'm
Sure.
so frozen, just like 2 hours in trying to, and you didn't have your phones. You can't bring your
can't do
phones in. And so I don't even vape. I bought a vape because I was like, I need something to do. And I was just walking around. You look at all these different things.
Vaping,
I wish someone would
you
fuck in
pass
this chair. I wish someone would fuck in this swing. I'll just sit in this swing. I'll swing, frankly.
Yeah.
And then
Did you-
finally, two leather dogs jerked each other off.
Good.
And I tried to not, I just walked in circles and glanced.
Sure.
That was something.
That's good.
Yeah, but I'm just like, I'm too nervous to go up to anyone. I'm way too, like if I was high, maybe, but I was just, I'm no good with no one else there. So I'd want to go again.
Yeah. We'll go.
Sure.
So one of my best friends lives in Berlin. I was also in Berlin.
Uh-huh.
And we tried to go to the Kit Kat Club because I was like, I also, like, this is the one
Yeah.
thing I want to do. We walk in, okay, first of all, I was like, oh, I have these pants. She goes, you need to wear underwear. Like, you can't, like, do that. I was like, oh, okay. So she literally gave me, like, whatever. I was wearing, like, a bra, like, nothing. She was wearing literally no shirt. She was wearing, like, full tits out, nipples pierced. I was like, you're awesome. I want to be you.
So did you go?
We walk up. It's latex night. So we don't get in because there's people in full GIMP suits. Like, and I watched someone walk in.
That's the night I should go to. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, incredible. They do it once a year. And that happened.
Oh my God, once a
That
year?
was the one night we were there. And I was like, are you kidding me? And it was literally like head to toe, like just the full, and like I watched this guy walk in a full GIMP suit with like, just like sort of like a hole in the butt. And I was like,
that sounds like the night that I would want to go.
yeah.
They had like workshops and you had to sign up in advance, but it was like, I would do that. There was like a hot wax workshop. It was just like some guy, long beard, and he would like guide you through like
How to
wax play.
Good.
And I mean, I would have done all of them except for like shock play does not sound fun.
Shock?
Like, you know, like a shock. Like
With,
a little.
like electricity?
Yeah. You know, a taser and
How
then it's
do
like
you-
a little. And I mean, I would do it for the story.
Yeah.
But I would have done any of that. I would have done any of activities.
Sure.
Activities ultimately the best.
You don't dance. You're not like, I'm going to dance.
I like to take like a dance class, but like I struggle so immensely on just like dancing.
Just
I need
free
my
play
joy
dance.
to be structured.
Aw.
My girlfriend likes to dance and it really does bum her out. I have to be fucked up to dance. To dance, I'm like, I don't have enough joy in the tank. I could probably dance on stage. That's where I get on stage. If I'm like being witnessed or perceived, something in me comes alive.
Yeah.
Was that because my parents neglected me? Or is that just who I am as a person? I don't know.
Sure.
But dancing like on my own, it takes a lot. And if you watched me, you could have like a British narrator like, the animal doesn't know what to do. He's trying to feel joy. And it's awful. Awful. But go back. That's the thing about travel that is also really tough. Everywhere you go, there's a very specific version of the GIMP suit night. But it's like you go to this place, oh, you got to go to the sandwich shop. They're closed Thursdays.
Yeah.
That's the only day I'm here.
Yeah.
There's a pain of that travel.
That's okay. Anyway. Okay, so you went to, what's the craziest thing you've ever done like for the bit?
I mean, going to the Kit Kat Club definitely felt up there.
Sure.
Of just like going and then wearing that harness to the show.
You wore the harness to the show?
Yeah, at the end of the show, I took off my clothes and I was wearing the harness. So I was wearing it the whole thing, and it's wrapped very snugly around your dick and balls.
Oh, okay. So you
So
can
like
kind of
it does not feel. Yeah, I mean, essentially, like all these bulges.
Yeah.
It's always this thing with bulges where you're like, that's mostly ball. It's mostly ball. This idea that like, wow, that dick is a huge mound. It's like,
No,
yeah, it's mostly ball. 80% ball.
You know, I've never thought about that.
Yeah. No, it's a purposeful illusion. I mean, listen, women have push-up bras. We have
balls. Padded balls.
Padded balls. I don't know. I guess I've done a lot of that nudity type stuff, but I haven't gone full frontal yet. That would feel like I did for an acting class though.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm, which I guess you could call it a bit. I mean, you know, acting. What is acting but a serious bit?
Sure.
And it was like, yeah, it was you do these exercises being private and public. I don't know. Have you done acting classes?
I studied acting. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And so it's like a Meisner company, and it was like, you know, as a point of pride, when could you do the scene and be nude and in a realistic way? And you know, like I remember one woman, you know, she like in a mirror checked herself for breast cancer or whatever, and it's like, can you do it in a way where you're not hiding, but you're also not like showing, but really do it. And like for me, it was like I was changing. I think my exercise was that I pissed my pants. Oh, I know what the craziest thing I've ever done for the bit.
Yeah.
Again, if we're going acting, is that we picked characters, real people to embody for like a period of time, and then go to class. And I picked Christy Brown from My Left Foot, which do you know Daniel Day-Lewis won his first Oscar for it? It's a famous Irish author who had very severe cerebral palsy.
Oh my God.
And it's crazy to think because this was like 2012. No one thought it was a bad idea. No one. In fact, it was admirable.
Well, back then, that meant you were an amazing actor.
You're an amazing actor, but
you're like, I can actually do a different ethnicity too.
Yes.
I'm just
and
very
I also
versatile.
made it black. I did black Christy Brown. That was my character. And I put the makeup on with my left foot, so it really wasn't great either. But part of it was like once you felt like you really took in the character. And just to give an example, like I did it twice. The other one I did Eminem. So
Okay.
like you're picking real people, and even that was probably more humiliating, the outfit I wore for that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But
And
got
you
a wheelchair
beat up
off.
a woman for that one.
But you had to, the idea was you take it in public. Our teacher, like, she was intense, but good, but crazy. And part of it, like if you rehearsed a scene, maybe if you have a fight scene, do it in public and see if people think it's real. That's proof.
I'm
and so
obsessed.
once I felt like I really had worked on this character enough, my girlfriend at the time, who was also in a character, her character was Audrey Hepburn, and less noticeable, but took me in a wheelchair. And I had a full cerebral palsy. If you see the movie, you'll see what it is. And we went to dinner, and she fed me. And when the waiter came, I gave him my credit card, and this was before comedy. I did this with no ounce of me trying to be funny. This was very serious to me.
Yeah.
And I did it. I did a Meiser exercise in the class where like. It was a story from Christy Brown's life and writing a letter to a woman who didn't love him. And I wept. I did I think some of the best acting of my life, partially because I was so, with some good acting, it's like you can occupy yourself with what you're doing. And I was so physically in my body because I was doing so much that it was like truly, if you said what's one of the best times you ever acted.
It was that.
And I hope it's good because you never know. You look back and you think you're doing great work and you're like, I was, for the sake of not getting in trouble, I was just a 14-year-old boy. Okay. I was like 20, no, I was 21.
21, you're basically
22,
14.
yeah.
There's no difference between 14 and 21, can I just say?
And I think it was good, but it's hard to tell because I don't think anyone would have the courage to come up and be like, are you pretending to have cerebral palsy right now? But I think it was also one of those things where like, I remember there's a line, I think maybe in Breaking Bad, where it's like, when someone has a gun to your head, everyone turns into Meryl Streep. And I think there was essentially saying like, when the stakes are super high, actually high, you act well because you have to. Yeah. And there was something about, if I'm in public in a wheelchair doing this thing,
I better not
I have to do it well. So I suspect I was incredible.
I bet you were amazing at it. You have a great command of your body.
Yeah.
Feels like physically.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what's crazy though? Acting class in general.
It's crazy and we need more of it. And we're straying away from like, I think the social media world and the kind of cringeness of like real acting.
Yeah.
Prevents it. But like, I don't think acting belongs in schools really because I think it's a little bit fucked up.
It's super fucked up.
It's super fucked up and rife with abuse that isn't good.
Yes.
But when you try to make it like scholastically friendly, I think you neuter it in a way.
I totally get what you're saying. I do think that it should be in school because I think that's like when people figure out you have to be bad before you're good and you have to like try it when you're young to be bad.
I think let it be a minor, let it be a class. I don't think anyone should be majoring
in acting,
in the arts. I don't think that's how the arts work.
What would you major in if not that? What would you?
Maybe I would have dropped out and that would have been better.
Honestly,
or majored in like a more comprehensive artistic.
Yeah.
And it would have been tough to pitch me on at that age. I mean,
you got a BFA.
I had BFA in musical theater, and I was dead set on getting it, but woefully unprepared for the real world, isolated, and all it took. I remember like one manager meeting when I was 22, and they were like, "You're a little bit old to have 0 TV credits," and I thought. But I was in school the whole time.
Yeah.
When could I have even gotten it? Yeah. And it's like, college does not set you up for this business.
Yeah, college is such a scam.
And these days, it's a nightmare. I mean, the whole audition process and the concept of like you'll be talented, and they'll bring you in, and you can prove yourself in the room, is such. It always was bullshit to a degree.
Yes.
But now it's like non-existent. Like the opportunities I get now that I don't really act or I haven't, I'm getting back.
Yeah.
But sometimes I go like, man, you guys should have given me those auditions 10 years ago. I would have worked my ass off on it.
Yeah.
Now
I'm like throwing in the
I have fucking like, shit. I'm writing jokes.
Literally, yeah. I'm like, oh, I have to go to my show and I have to do this fucking tape for the biggest thing ever. And like, yeah, it's
and you just need to learn the world. Like I think there's a degree where you have friends who are like, for example, super hot.
Yes.
And you go, wow, so pilot season is a real thing for you. And like, I'm not saying that a teacher has to come in and go, you're an go, so you better work on something. But you need to be in the real world.
Yes.
And when you're at a college,
everyone
you're not necessarily
could play an
preparing. And then you
ingenue.
get out there and you go, oh, I'm good looking for a regular person.
Right.
But like not for pilot season at 22.
Wait, you know what this conversation just reminded me of? Like the fucked up part. Okay. When I was in high school, my theater teacher believed in real slaps.
That's crazy.
Did you not do that? I think about this sometimes and I'm like, I was slapped fully across the face.
The way that you said it though, it was like that's like an anti-vaxxer. Like my acting teacher is a real slap. They do the real slap
They
method.
do real slaps.
That's crazy.
I was 15 getting slapped across the face in front of a room full of parents. And everybody went, good job.
We had a very neurotic fight teacher who was always like, you can't do a full slap. Full slap, you could break the cheek, break the nose, blind the eye, deafen the ear. Like he was very serious. We had another teacher, someone did a fake slap so good.
Yeah.
It was a very cool moment. He stopped, he said, whoa, stop. Do not slap. And they were like, it was
That
fake.
was the fake slap.
And that was, for those two actors, it was like very cool. He was so mad at them. And they showed,
They're like, no, the method works.
that's
so you've never
crazy.
been full slapped?
No,
Okay.
but I maybe not anymore, but there certainly was a time that if we were doing a movie and we were filming it or whatever,
Yeah.
I could see being like, do it.
Yeah. I mean, it was like that kind of, because it was the mentality of like, well, if you want it bad enough, then you'll fucking get slapped across the face at age 15.
If Martin Scorsese is filming, sure.
Yeah. Right. But like in acting school, they're always like, well, there's no difference. There's no difference between this and Martin Scorsese. Like, I'm like.
But I just think acting is crazy. And the idea that acting like isn't crazy is crazy.
Yeah, it's so fucking crazy.
And I don't know, Stella Adler, one of the acting teacher greats, was always like, no, the way to become an actor is like be in an acting troupe. And like you come up in the world and you travel together and it's more integral to your life.
Yeah.
And she said that while, getting paid to teach her weekly acting classes and going like, well, that world's no longer available. But I just think like, yeah, it is fucked up in a way where when you then pay a college with insurance responsibilities and oversight, doesn't work fully.
To be like.
Just to teach this.
Yeah.
And we had crazy shit. We had this thing called the gun exercise where the teacher, we were freshmen and like the seniors come in with a fake gun and like do a hostage situation and you're acting in character. And
okay, I love that.
But like would be like hypersexual, like put a gun in someone's mouth and say like suck the gun off. And it was like one of the coolest exercises I've ever done. And it's like, yeah.
They probably don't do stuff like that anymore.
No, they don't.
There's no way.
And it was like, it wasn't pre-Columbine. Like it was still it was crazy.
Yeah. But now I think people are like aware of the mental implications of stuff like that.
Yeah, but acting's a crazy profession.
Yeah, you have to be okay to do stuff like that to be an actor.
And it's one of those things
true.
like you can't always parse out like what is meaningful and what's not and what helps people. People have different talent levels. Some people don't need it.
Do you miss acting?
No, I'm curious. I've been auditioning a little more recently. I love stand-up so much and everything feels like a threat to becoming a mediocre stand-up.
I get what yeah.
So I'm like very tentative and I wanna feel what it's like to be on set. I get bored. I don't want to do a play. I don't want to do the same thing every night. So if I ever did something like that, it'd be a short stint.
Yeah.
I can't imagine doing the same show for 3 months or 6 months. When it comes to TV movies, we'll see. There's sometimes I've done it where you go like, this is so boring or this is so. I did a multicam recently, my first multicam, and I thought it would feel like doing sketch or live theater, and it felt like, no, it was so intensely blocked, so tight that I didn't feel like I was having fun.
Yeah.
I also see a lot of stand-up comics who get the acting opportunities, and they are the worst thing in a great movie, and I don't want to be that.
Yeah.
So I also have to assess like how good am I?
I just went back to an acting class for that reason.
Good for you. I cannot imagine. The amount of time that I spent watching other people act, I would do privates for sure. I'll pay for a private. I will never watch another people do a scene and then go around the room and have people give feedback. I'd rather die. I spent so much of my life doing that in so many different ways with so many different teachers. I will never do it again. I will never do it again. Good for you. You're younger than me. But I will never do it again.
I will say I always liked acting class more than, well, no, I liked acting in plays back in the day, but I think that would never hold a candle to stand up now.
It can be fun if I'm on the stage, sure.
Yeah.
But I'm not here. I'm not here to be someone's audience member, let alone comedians working on acting. I'll go to Broadway. Thank you.
Okay. Well, that's nice. Okay, wait. So back to okay. So okay, no. Here's my original question. So when you said you like went to the Kit Kat Club, so you like, okay, you write. I've heard like you'll like literally write all the time. Like you like actually sit down and like type and write. Do you like? Your brain just works like that, or you feel like you have to?
Yeah, I think it kind of started with, I think because of the acting, I started, when I first started stand-up comedy, I just wrote out like all the ideas I'd ever had in my whole life.
Yeah.
And it was like a huge document. And I sat down with a guy named Kevin Lapson, who used to be one of the artistic directors of the People's Improv Theater.
Yeah.
And I think I paid him to basically, he had been doing comedy for a while and I was new, and I would just like say these jokes out loud. And he would like laugh or give thoughts or whatever. And I just think I came into it from a much more like script writing place. That's just what I was familiar with.
Yeah.
And I think it just stuck with me. So I always write everything. That doesn't mean I don't explore on stage or try something new if it comes to me.
Yeah.
But a lot of it's in those documents. And then I go back and I have a transcription app, and I used to listen to every set, and I still kind of do. I now kind of go double speed.
Yeah.
The amount of my life that I've spent listening to myself talk double speed on this app, and I'll screenshot it, then I'll transcribe the note from there into here.
Do you feel like you're losing your mind?
Worse than that, I think like sometimes it's like a snake eating its own tail, or not taking in other things because I have so much reviewing of my own self.
Yeah.
But sadly, it's also worked in the sense of like, it helps me like really tighten and write a lot. But also now it's like I have too much material. The thing that I really struggle with is just like focus and going like, that's funny, but we don't need to work on that. That's not worth it.
Yeah.
Instead, I just go like, fuck, I could talk about this, I could talk about this, I could talk about this.
Yeah.
And if I'm doing a headlining week and suddenly I'm looking through a 250-page Word document, and again, more transcription onto a notepad of like what jokes to work on that night. And then it's like, oh, I didn't read a book, I didn't watch a TV show. I looked over my own stand-up comedy notes for the 100th time.
Yeah.
And something's got to change, because especially now, I headline so much, and I do, I'm doing my new material show tonight. I'll probably do about 90 minutes of stand-up tonight.
Well, yeah, okay.
And then
it's
then
all
it becomes
new?
No, I mean, no. It's like, some stuff that's sort of there, and some new thoughts and some crowd work, and then some old chunks I'm fine-tuning, and then some bangers if I lose the crowd or whatever.
Yeah.
But then it's suddenly the work begets the work. So, oh, great, 90-minute show. Fuck, I have 90 minutes to review now. And it's just so much. So if I'm going to explore acting, if I'm going to explore script writing, if I'm going to do more anything else, I'm going to have to
like something's gotta
evolve my system. And it's very hard. It's really hard.
Have you always done that? Like, have you always been that meticulous about your... That's, I don't know anyone else that's doing that.
For good reason.
Yeah.
For good reason. And it was like, I was so antisocial. And I still am in many ways. And it's not like I'm antisocial because of that. But the joke, sometimes people would be like, if I'm not with my laptop for so long, I'd be like, where's your laptop?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's what I would do.
Well, the first time I ever met you, I don't know if you probably don't remember this, but we were sitting in the back of a show. You were about to go up, and you literally were typing on your laptop. You were like moving stuff around, like looking at jokes. And then like, you were like, that's what you do.
I think there's certain ways where there's times, and I write it down as a note of like trying to be more in the moment and not get so stuck to like do the regimented thing that you're not living off the audience, not just even joke-wise, but just like being there and being present. Sometimes I always bring up a notepad for my own shows, and sometimes I'm like, I'm like, you gotta just let this go. And then so I was like, oh, my memory's not as strong as I want it to be. And that's why I have this. So I
Yeah.
don't know. But it's a constant exploration.
And do you have trouble like relinquishing that like control over? Yeah.
Social media is tough, especially because it's like,
It's you. It's like your
it's
face.
you.
Yeah.
It's as if someone's talking with your mouth and you're like, I would never say that.
Right.
And it can feel very like even small, but if someone says like, hey guys, exclamation point, you're like, I'm not hey guys.
Yeah, I would never say that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And so you have someone else running your stuff now.
A lot of
it.
elements. I mean, it's a
'Cause
massive
so much.
it's a massive team. So I don't do any. I still put up stories and tweets, but everything else, every post, every upload is someone else.
And when you first started posting, it was all you.
I mean, that's one of the things where it feels like, you know, the way someone who owns a shoe store, it's like, well, I once made the heel. It's like I made the TikToks, I captioned it in the TikTok app.
Yep.
With my little fingers going like, oh, there was a millisecond of overlay with the two captions, and then you tighten it. The longer the video, the harder it is to get it. Brutal.
Yeah.
Only because of COVID could I do that.
Yeah.
And then posting wise, there were the mornings. Tova knew me for a huge chunk. I woke up at least an hour in bed, uploading here. This one didn't work. Why isn't it working?
Yeah.
I'll try it later. Oh, it's still loading. I mean, I did all the step editing. My God.
No, editing is so hard. I literally have a sketch that I filmed a week and a half ago that I'm like, no, sorry, 3 weeks ago. That I'm like,
but you guys are like I don't know if you consider them your class, but you know, Tova represents grace.
Yep. Yeah.
And
class,
you guys produce. I mean, you produce in a way that I struggled with. I could always produce by myself, but like you guys will assemble the team.
Yeah.
And whether it was my sketch team or other things I did, it was kind of like production felt like it existed at a certain level of, okay, we'll do a call sheet. It was a bigger deal. And because of that, you did a lot less of it. You guys like fucking get it done.
Wait, who are you the most jealous of right now?
Chris Fleming.
Oh my God,
as a stand-up,
obsessed with him. Yeah.
As a stand-up recently, like I watch it and I go like, what am I doing?
No, literally. Because he has an improv background, right?
I'm sure. I don't know if he was
Maybe
like, I'm not sure if he was like a super improv.
Yeah.
But he also like, he's been doing it. He's been
doing it a
big
long
for,
time.
I remember when I was first starting stand-up and his like songs would be huge viral sensations.
Right. Yeah.
Just because I have this haircut doesn't mean I'm polyamorous or something like, and it was like a whole different thing.
No, honestly, like I feel that way about you actually, because I'm really jealous of your ability to literally like just be like, I'm writing for like 2 hours like today, because I physically like my brain doesn't do that. Like if I'm writing a sketch or like a script or something, like I can do that. But like for stand up, I have to be like talking to people.
Sure.
And I'm like, well, that sucks.
Yeah. I see it with younger people sometimes where sometimes I want, like when I was on a sketch team, Uncle Function, I'm sure we'll do another show someday, but like, like Russell Daniels, particularly, everyone in the sketch team is very talented. And it was even before stand-up. I started with them before stand-up. And I would struggle. Some of these rehearsals, I remember when I cried really badly after, because I was just like, everyone here is so funny and I am not, and I don't belong here.
Aww.
And like Russell is just like one of those people where like in a sketch format, like he will just, you can't compete with it, with the thing he can tap into. And then I think some people have that like preternatural talent and it blows up and it activates in certain settings. And I really do feel like I have talent, but I worked in a very hard way, and it's brought me to a place that I feel proud of my abilities, but like I worked to the point that I'm at.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes those people that are so talented, they don't do that level of work. And then when other things get in the way, they don't know how to adjust or navigate their talents to the thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's sometimes you can get better through work. Some people should quit. And that's the problem with giving any kind of advice, because sometimes you're like, some of you should quit. Some of you should support the arts. So you should go do a community theater and have fun and do it for yourself because
Yeah.
you're not going to do it for anyone. And then some of you hang in there and keep fighting the good fight.
Yeah.
But most of you, leave it.
Mm-hmm.
You will be happier.
Yeah.
Buy 50 more headshots, and when you run out, if you haven't made money, that's it. You need a timer. But those of you, believe in yourself and keep working at it, you can do it. But it's only like 4 of you. I'm
It's
speaking
such
to
a
4 of
small-
you.
Yeah.
Most likely, if you're hearing this, you're not that person, and you should quit. And find joy in it, and that's good too. But there's one person out there who should not quit no matter what. Probably not you, but there's one out there.
And if you're thinking it's you, think again. But
But there's one who should take my advice.
yeah.
And
that's
you know what?
good.
They're going to be the one that quits.
Honestly, yeah, I think about that a lot too.
I just think about how the impossibility to be honest with the people that you love about their art.
Mm.
It's literally impossible.
Mhm.
You can be an advisor, you can be a friend, but if you're a true truth teller, they're going to stop being your friend.
Does this happen to you a lot? Like, are people trying and failing in front of you?
No, I just think like I just think about like the desire, even with my girlfriend, of like, tell me, is this funny or is this
Yes.
good?
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's times where like truth serum,
Yeah.
she'd go, I don't think that's good.
Yes.
And I'd miss her very much.
No, literally today I had my hair in a different, this is a stupid example, but like I had my hair in a different, I tried a slick back bun before I came here because I was like, whatever. And I literally FaceTimed one of my friends and he was like, you look amazing. Like, I love it, whatever. And I was like, are you sure? Because I feel like I look like an egg. And then I called my best friend from college who lives in Berlin and I was like, I need to know. And she goes, don't. And I was like, thank you. Like, just be honest with me, please. Like, I
Yeah.
almost did the podcast looking like an egg and a cancer patient.
You want to strive for it. You want to strive for a degree of honesty with your
Yes.
friends.
Yeah.
Because if you never like share with your friends, I think it can be tough. I don't think I can be friends with someone that I don't respect somewhat, at
opinion.
least.
Yeah, yeah.
Because then your whole relationship is just lies.
Yeah. So last question of the pod. First of all, this has been so interesting for me personally.
Sure.
So, but anyway, last question of the pod that we always do is, what is your most embarrassing moment?
For me, I think cracking during singing is more humiliating than anything you could do in this world.
Really?
Yeah, it's just because it's so public. It's so clear that's not what you were going for. And it's so awful and grating on the ears.
Okay.
Like the equivalent is like you were playing the guitar and you strummed it wrong and you shit on the floor. Like, and so the specific one for me, and there were a couple, but it was a Rodgers and Hammerstein review at my college, and I believe it was my senior year, and I was singing a song called Soliloquy from the musical Carousel. Big sweeping epic, very long, very, very masculine in a way. I would never be cast in this role. Never. And
So glad you did it.
and I also like the way that I do comedy is the way that I did singing. I was in practice rooms 2 hours a day, every day. I mean, I really had my college experience was shortchanged by my obsessiveness.
Because you were singing.
Yeah. And not getting better. And especially senior year, I mean, better in certain little ways, but ultimately like it's an invisible thing in here.
Yeah.
You end up doing some. And it was like the song he's imagining if he had a boy, what kind of father he would be. And then at the end, it takes this very dramatic turn of, oh my God, what if it's a girl? And it was like, how would I take care of her? And I would defend her. And like, it's imagining what I would do for this girl. And I think like it goes, oh God, if I crack, it's like, I'll go out and make it or steal it or take it or die. And it's a long song, and you know your voice, it gets more and more tense as it goes. You don't reset. And so I was like, I'll go out and make it or steal it or take it or die. And you go backstage And talk about a time of not being honest. No one can lie to you about that. No one can say that's what Rodgers and Hammerstein would have wanted. I remember the feeling of I did it in front of everyone. It was the climactic moment. No one could look me in the eye. No one could look me in the eye. And no one could say, hey, tough crowd. Yeah, it was a tight crowd. Yeah, I just think they didn't get that last one. It's like, you failed. You failed. You're a senior. You got a degree in musical theater.
You boofed it.
So
you still
it'd be like if
that?
you're a lawyer, and as you're getting your lawyer degree, your finals are a mock trial, and you accidentally give your client a lethal injection. It was so, like, for me,
yeah.
whenever I feel down, and if I have a bad set, I can feel down, but I'm like, that was way worse. That was way more humiliating.
Because it was like all of your peers and stuff too that were there.
Yeah. And just myself. And knowing that I gave up my whole college experience so I could do that.
To do that and then...
To do that. Mm-hmm.
Is that why you're a comedian?
It's certainly why I'm not a singer.
Damn. Wow. I'm sorry that happened to you.
I know. Now I'm back in voice lessons, and I hope everyone saw that I did it fine
incredible.
the first time.
Yeah.
Take it. But even as I start taking voice lessons, and I think like I've matured in my body and being able to see like my limits and how to be a better singer and all these things.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up. And I know if the comedy keeps going this way, I'm gonna next time I crack, it's gonna be on like the fucking Tonight Show or some fucking bullshit.
Yeah, you're gonna do
and
like
we'll have it on video. I won't need to tell it on podcasts anymore. They'll say play the clip.
Comedian Gianmarco Soresi.
You ever see? I believe there's a movie star did a Little Shop of Horrors and did it on morning news and cracked on the high note, and it's on film.
But nobody actually cares about that stuff, right?
I watch it every time I'm feeling bad.
Okay. You know what I watch every time I'm feeling bad? David Guetta. You know him?
Mm-hmm. The Martin Luther King Jr.
Yep.
set. Really? Because it
Shout
inspires
out to
you?
his family. So funny.
That's weird.
George Floyd?
Yeah.
He's like, shout out to his family. We'll link it in the show notes. It's so funny.
Listen, we were all, I did a CrossFit class in 2020, or like HIIT class, and we were holding a plank. And while we were holding the plank, the teacher said, I'm going to list all the victims of police brutality, and we're not going to let go of this plank until I get to the end of this list. And you're like, and it's like, this isn't, I know your heart's in the right place.
It's so
and,
not the
CrossFit,
time.
maybe it's some guys being like, they're holding that plank for 6 minutes, and for the first time ever, they're like, this list is too long. This is a problem. I did a yoga class where in
All the
honor of
white
Black
people.
Lives Matter, we did all the poses with black power fists.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
When?
We were all trying to figure out a way to help.
Were there
2020 outdoor yoga class.
Were there any non-white people in that class?
It was an outdoor yoga class. No.
God, wow. What a beautiful time. Innocent in many ways.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what are you excited about? What are you looking forward to? What do you have coming up?
I gotta tell you, it's tough. Accomplishments don't. I'm getting like a thing, and it's like, you ever get a thing and everyone goes like, hey, I hope you took a moment to feel proud of that. And you're like, I didn't at all. I didn't at all, and it's too late. It'd be crazy for me to take a moment now. The moment has passed. All I thought was, okay, we have to change the flight, and I have to. Oh fuck! I was gonna do Hassan Piker's podcast, and now I can't anymore. Okay, fuck. And that's all. Like, I'm so booked.
Yeah. That's
That
beautiful.
anything I get out of the blue is a disaster.
Sure.
People who make money off me now, openers, go to my openers. Hey guys, sorry, your weekend is now open.
Yeah.
See if the Grizzly Bear's taking any barkers this next weekend. Sorry. Great for me. Great for me. It's really hard, and I'm gonna have to figure that out someday.
Sure.
But I think like for me, the accomplishments are just rarely the joys. I think the joys are a joke going great, a
Yeah.
set feeling really good. When I did Game Changer on Dropout, it was like that shoot day. It was like this is fun.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going great. And then that feeling right after of like, man, that's on film. That's gonna come out someday, and it's gonna be great when it comes out. I feel great now.
Yeah.
That's good. Leading up to that, I was like, fuck. This is like an improv show. I don't know how to do this. All bad feelings.
Oh.
It's in the moment, and then the with film stuff, it's just that feeling of like something. I have something in the can. Something in the can is a good feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Something in the can is a good feeling. That is honestly, I would say that's the feeling that brings me joy. Something good is in the can.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's so
I did
nice.
something good. I have proof, and people are going to see it eventually. That gives me a pep in my step.
Okay. Do you have anything that's like about to come out you can allude to?
I mean, I guess this.
This? Thank you for saying that.
I'm going to walk home like, well,
we filmed something today.
she has 253,000 Instagram followers.
256, but thanks for not checking today.
I think the fact that I got the first two numbers means
Actually,
I very much did check.
No, yeah. Actually,
and I didn't check
Well, you
like,
checked a
let me
week
see if
ago.
I'm going to bail on this. Okay. It wasn't that.
I'm sure it was.
No, certainly for like podcasts, I say yes to a lot of things.
Yes.
And there's some podcasts that I do that I go, man, you have got to call your dad. You have got to speak to your family. You have a girlfriend.
Go home.
Go home.
Anyway, okay, great. Well, this is really fun. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see. We'll follow you. We'll link
Please.
to you.
My podcast, The Downside. Check it out.
Yeah, your podcast. And great. Any last words?
No one's feeling great. And let that be of comfort.
Okay.
You know, the world's ending. You just always have to remind yourself when you look at social media, especially, it's like, yeah, they smiled for the picture. Yeah. You know, the old-timey photos where they always look like.
Yeah.
And you know why? It's because you had to hold it for 30 minutes.
Right.
I think if I could change technology, it would be that. Pictures you have to hold for 30 minutes so you could see how people actually feel. Anyone can do that. Watch this. Watch. Ready? I'm miserable. I almost said my podcast. I almost went, this is the downside.
And in fact, this is the downside. Anyway, okay, cool. Well, I'll let you go because you have your show tonight. But yeah, thanks so much. Loved yapping. And we'll see you next time. We'll see you when I hit 300K.
Uh-huh.